think Gertrude may be one of my new favourite characters ever. Christmas Club is a pretty brilliant film and a really sweet offering from Hallmark. This was released in 2019, directed by Jeff Beesley, written by Sherman Wolfe, based on the book by Barbara Hinske. I haven't read the book, didn't until this very second know that it was based on a book, but if you've read it, feel free to let me know how it compares. And despite the fact I've watched about 150 Hallmark Christmas films, all of which I have reviewed, I've never actually read a romantic Christmas novel. It's not my genre for reading, but if you've read any and think they're worth it, please let me know. I'm quite curious to give them a go. But for now, I'm quite pleased with the Christmas Club film. This stars Elizabeth Mitchell as our protagonist Olivia and Mathison as Edward. Obviously, we have the classic romantic setup here, but I find the narrative to be really sweet. The description from IMDb sums it up well, and this says, two busy strangers meet when they help an elderly woman find her lost Christmas savings. Thanks to fate and Christmas magic, they also find something they were both missing, true love. Yes, obviously this is a very classic Hallmark Christmas film where two strangers meet and realise that they may fall in love, but there are problems that can get in the way. Will they be together by the end? All against the beautiful festive backdrop. And I have to say, this one is festive. This is exquisitely festive. Both are... Well, one is a single parent, one is the uncle of a young boy. Obviously, having young children in this means that it is at the height of Christmas magic and enthusiasm and merriment. But both are going through things in their own life, particularly with Olivia, because the dance studio she works at, the owner is retiring. She may have to then go and find another dance studio. This close to Christmas is causing her a lot of stress, and obviously Edward comes along and perhaps helps her in some ways, but it's not all plain sailing. But Gertrude, I absolutely love her. To make a long story short, this sweet old woman is standing outside of this shop. A gust of wind comes along and blows the cash out of her hand. And as luck would have it, Olivia and Edward are standing beside her at the time. They try and help her find the money in a very sweet way. I'm really touched with how they did this. And obviously that sparks their acquaintanceship, which then grows. I like it a lot. I think Olivia and Edward are both very likeable protagonists. Zoe Fish, who plays Maeryn, Olivia's daughter, I thought she was brilliant, really liked her a lot. She plays a very pivotal role as well because she uses a napkin that she shouldn't have done. I won't say any more than that, but I just thought it was a very, very simple way of causing a turning point in the film that was going to cause problems for the relationship development of the protagonists. It just worked very well. It amused me a lot. The protagonists are likeable. The narrative is very sweet. The festive elements are brilliant. It's got a real childlike fun to it that I think is absolutely delightful to watch. I can't fault it. It's not the most unique insofar as it's like pretty much every other Hallmark Christmas film. That's what I like. Yes, I do like a Hallmark Christmas film that comes along and surprises me in a good way. But if it's cozy, inviting, friendly, in this case festive, with some great protagonists, a lot of fun, and usually a lot of Christmas magic, I'm going to be happy. And that's exactly what the Christmas Club is. Throw in Gertrude and it's a little bit better than the rest. The Christmas Club is one that I, without question, am happy to recommend.